Good morning and welcome to The Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. Now, many times we've talked about something known as vocational training in our country. And this has seen a number of transitions. One time it is if you didn't have enough money to continue with higher education, you'd go for vocational training. But over time, it has proven that many people who go for vocational training actually end up making it quicker and better in life. A person, by the time they finish a certificate, they can already be employed or start their own employment. When they go to diploma level, it is something different. They are now at another level. Now, for you who took the 2 years, if you don't make a wise decision for another 3 years or 5 at university, you may find it very, very hard to catch up with such people in the world of employment. A young man comes out, a mechanic, a plumber, an electrician, so whatever they have taken. And the entire village is aware of him and is working. If he chooses to upgrade and finally earns a degree, then it is hard for you with an experience that he has gained. As you're looking for experience, these vocationists, for them, they never look for experience because what they have been studying is what they are going to do, and they are sure it is what they will do, and they make the money. However, we still have issues of mindset change. Now, this morning, I'm not the expert to talk about vocational training, but I have two gentlemen from Lugogo Vocational Training Institute. I don't know if you've heard of it, but in case you haven't, well, they're here to give you more information. I have a Peter Patrick, Head of Academics. Good morning, Patrick.
Thank you so much, Robert. I'm quite so happy and really quite so privileged to be in this lively studio tonight. Thank you so much. Greeting from Lugogo Vocational Training Institute.
Thank you so much for being here. And then I have Muhanji Payson, who is the head of heads at Lugogo Vocational Training Institute. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Brother Chirabo. Good morning to the viewers. We are here to present to you what it means, the technical vocational education and training, and as Lugogo Vocational Training, what do we do and how impactful is it to this country at large. Thank you.
Now I'll begin with a man in suit. And that is Patrick. Patrick, we may not have footage, but when you talk about vocational and technical training, what does this entail?
Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. As you've mentioned, you know, when you talk about vocational and training, possibly levels in Uganda, so many, it's a big thing. But I know within this small time that we have, we'll have the access at least to give us some few things that takes place mostly in the vocational system. Now, generally, Ugandan education system, especially in the technical department, is way back, is older than everybody. And when we are to talk about it, there's what we call the non-formal, there's what we call the formal training, and then the non-formal training. So all these ones here, it started way back. Vocational aspect of our training started way back before even the colonial brought the education system in Uganda. That's why you see in a family, you would find a family that is responsible maybe for the blacksmithing, putting spears, hoes, what, long time ago before the education system. And then later on, we had to formalize some of this. That's why you see, when you talk about the vocational aspect, every person had the aspect of the vocational training in them long time ago. That's why you see we used to have people who are purely maybe the traditional medical members. They know how to concoct things. And then later on, they would have the access of giving people what they need to heal them. That is vocational. So when we talk about the vocational aspect, it's not only maybe handling things, even if it is agriculture is vocational. When it talks about the aspect of things like medical, that is business, that is. So all this one here, anything that generates money and brings into you, that is the vocational aspect. So as we talk about business technical, vocational, it is a broader thing. Every person is supposed to be a vocational aspect in life. What can give you money? Doesn't matter educational aspect. Now later on, we had to come up and formalize things and make them now to go into the aspect of education system. Because later on, we brought on board the aspect of like television, that is vocational. We brought on board the issues of health, that is television, that is vocational. We came on board everything we put on, the clothings, this is vocational. So in this aspect as we talk, our country to move forward, and we see the aspect of attaining what we really put in place. That is attaining maybe the income status, or even raising ourselves to be in a position that we're calling ourselves the first world. Vocational is number one. Because it caters and it takes into consideration everything of life. Nobody in this world can talk of maybe anything to move forward without the aspect of vocationalization in us. That's why we always want to appreciate the president. Because sometimes back he thought of, let's come up with the aspect of making Uganda to be every person to have a means of livelihood. Like Robert, you're here. After here, I can train you so that you can do something else. And that one there is aspect. Every person in the world, you can say like, I don't have much of the time. Can I give you an aspect of maybe just to have the process of cake making? How many people would come to you from here? Especially when it comes to the aspect of maybe weddings, birthdays, and all this, on top of what you have. So we are saying in this world where we are, every person must have the vocational aspect of his life. And if you have the vocational aspect of your life, you are not going to go wrong. Because every time you stay in this world, you will find that you will have the access of survival. Now, let's come back now to Ugandan system right now. We are from Lugogo Vocational Training Institute. We are just near here, just in the first street, just behind the Director of Industrial Training, formerly, next to New Vision. That is where we are. And out of there, we have like around 9 courses that we always give people. We have the courses that is electrical, electronics, plumbing, automotive, where it's in charge, fitting and machining, working in the factories. And then we have the aspect of woodwork, everything that we do. So all this one, we have the 2 lines that we always have. We have the academic aspect where after finishing senior 4, somebody comes in, we train you for 2 years. And then after that one, we take you, then you go to diploma. After diploma, you go to university. We have so many of our people, and most of these young men that we have trained, they are in the field. Right now, as we talk, those ones who sat examination last year, we already have a list of people. Others, roofings need them. So many of these already need them. So you come and train that aspect of academic aspect in that line. We have it. Then we have this aspect whereby we can get any person, doesn't matter, can pick you from the street. I give you 3 months and you are good to go. I will give you a specialization. Somebody can be given and say, okay, I just want to get myself and train in the tile making. And that one alone, that would be your areas of specialization. I give you that one. And you know, we always charge that one based on on meters. A meter is much money. So if I've given you all this one, so it doesn't matter any person. So I would say the vocational aspect of Uganda, and any person that needs to have a life. Don't think of your background. Some people always see I'm from this background and all. No. I'm saying from this time, come forward, we'll give you a way forward of survival.
Well, I'll be getting back to you now. As I come to you, Mohangi, I want to be more onto formal.
Yes, sir.
Vocational.
Yes, sir.
Because you are discussing vocational and technical training in Uganda. Lugogo Vocational Training Institute being the case study here, because the people where I have are coming from there. Now, when we talk about vocational training, Patrick has shown us that everybody needs a skill.
True.
But now let's go into the formal way, formal approach of this. As this institute,
yes,
who qualifies And why would I go for vocational training and not maybe proceed with our education system as we know it?
Wow, thank you, brother. As a country like Uganda, when it sat and looked at the need for the workers to solve the problem of unemployment in this country, that is when it sat and looked at developing these TVET institutions. Now, if you are to look at the Uganda Vision 2040, which looks at transforming Uganda from a peasant country to a more modern country that can be in position to sustain itself by equipping the youth and other individuals with skills that will enable them put something on the table. You see, if you are to look at the country at large, there are cases of criminality on the road, whereby in case of anything erupts, then you find that the youth come in very fast because they don't have something to do. So by coming up with vocational technical education and training, we solved that problem. That, for example, if I'm there, I'm a mechanic. Me, I'm a mechanic by profession. I'm someone who has done technical from 0 level. From primary 7, I joined technical at junior. Then from junior, I did craft. From craft, I did part 2, that is advanced. Then I went for a diploma, and currently I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree. Now, you are looking at someone like that. If I'm busy doing something, now like you are here, you are a journalist by profession. If you are here working and something, let's say you hear some noise outside, you will not leave your work and go to participate in that. Why? Because you are having something that is making you really concentrate and do something that will be in position to put something on your table. You will have to look after your family, you will look after yourself, and you will have added value onto the country. Remember, the economy of the country is boosted up by we ourselves. If we can be in position to do things that will be in position to employ others. Now, like in technical, you asked about formal education in technical and who qualifies. One should have done senior 4 when we are talking about Rugogo vocational. At that level, we admit senior 4 leavers for formal education. Then for informal education, which looks at short courses, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, we look at even someone who never went to P1. Someone who never went to P1 can come in, be admitted, be trained in a specific module. Like now, under automotive mechanics, we have what we call auto electric. This one deals specifically with the wiring of cars. Someone comes, we train that person on how to rectify problems in line with car wiring. How to build up electric cars. In fact, we have one model. If you can get time and stretch there, you will have to look at it. We built it together with those boys that they are referring to as the farriers, the ones who have not stepped in school at any level. We have come up with that car, and we have connected motors. So when we connect the motors, it can be in position to run even without employing fuel or the engine. It doesn't have the engine. It is running on motors. But that is the person they are referring to as someone who has not completely stepped in school. But for us, we believe that failure in education does not mean failure in life. Someone might be having the ability to do something, but because you have not given him a chance to come out and practice it out, then you will not realize the ability of someone. So as Rugogo, we have made sure that at least we give that provision to those ones who can come out as per the TVET policy 2019. It gives anyone who is willing to handle the training or who is willing to learn anything that has the capability to practice something and do something, then we shall see someone building something or bringing something and putting it on the table. And at the end of the day, that person will be in position to employ even other youth one, we'll have solved the problem of unemployment that this country is always crying for. Last week, when I was listening to the youth from Bunyoro sub-region when the president was visiting the PDM, I heard them raising complaints. You see, we have the challenges of unemployment. But how do you solve the problem of unemployment is only and only through joining technical vocational education and training. And specifically for those ones in Central, please don't waste time. Come to Rugogo. It is on the 3rd Street, just next to New Vision. It is opposite Uganda Police Ginger Road. If you can stretch there, come and acquire yourself a skill and you will never cry again.
Well, come acquire a skill. And going back to you, Patrick,
Yes,
when you talk about skills available for those who have had a bit of formal education up to senior 4 and those that actually have not stepped in any school. Now, what happens to those that have skills? Because I'm looking at, it brought in the element of those that have not gone to school. A person is a mechanic.
Yes.
But you see, them in the world of employment today, qualifications and proof of what you're doing is necessary.
Okay.
So how do you handle that?
Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. You know, in the field where we are, the field employs every aspect of any kind of a person. Now, when you see, even if you got right now, either in the field or in the factory and all this, we scale our employment processes. One, there are people who are completely unskilled. Then we have those ones who are semi-skilled. We have those ones who are skilled. Then we have the experts. Now, all these experts that we have and all this, they depend on the other one. And anywhere you move, you are going to have the aspect of all this kind of people we need. So for me, in the world, especially in our country, Uganda, mostly we treasure so much the issues of, I'm a mechanical engineer myself, from Chamber University. So all this one here, I see that I need, even at my personal level when I'm doing my work, I need the person who has not gone to school. And all these ones here, you cannot rubbish any person. Because in the field, we need the aspect of every kind of person. Now, in Uganda, I have been in some countries where you see we try, but in the new TVET policy, that was actually the act which was placed recently, we have now from the lowest level, we have people who are called the artisan, we have the craftsmen, we have the technicians, we have the technologists, and then we have now people at degree level. That is now in the new TVET that was promulgated, just Act number 3 of 2025, which was signed recently. And it has started working on the 15th. So all this one, he has catered into the process of every aspect of any person of training level that we have. So nobody should be maybe left out and say, you know, for me, I am just an artisan. You have a position that you can do. And all these ones here, I've seen it in the factory. As you go there, we are going to have people who are loaders. Without them, you cannot do work. And you'll find things not in position. Things will be hard. The same thing, we have people whom we shall put them as people who are planners of what is supposed to take place in the factory. And that one now we need the expert aspect of it. Of which, out of this, we have the senior expert, we have engineers in the field, and that one cannot. So, as we talk right now, I want to bring on board the aspect that we are not going only to have the technological aspect of our life, maybe only in what people think. Robert, as we talk right now, judiciary needs technology. Because we can now have people, and judges can work from prison to the court. And that one means we cannot do without the technical aspect of everything. Right now, as we talk, we have what is called e-agriculture. E-agriculture, I can search for exactly the type of drug I need for my animal. And that one there is technological. The same thing I can say maybe right now. I want to have a class. There's what we call a Google class. Google class means I can teach somebody from South Africa. And through digital training that we are taking to our instructors, our lecturers, and all this, everything is moving on well. Because right now, when the time aspect of the COVID came on board, we were supposed to at least teach our people and let them still be on, and that is what we did.
Okay. Well, still looking at vocational training in our country, and with me I have guests from Lugogo Vocational Training Institute just here on Ginger Road for you to ensure that you can have these skills. You can have any form of skill. Now here I come to Payson. Let's look at what you offer there, because when you talk about skills for the semi-elite, elite and all that, one will understood why just go there. What is that this institution is offering?
Thank you so much, Brother Chirabo. Lugogo Vocational Training Institute offers a variety of courses. And one is National Certificate in Automotive Mechanics. Two is the National Certificate in Electrical Systems and Maintenance. Three is the National Certificate in Building and Construction. Four is the National Certificate in Electronics Technology. Five is the National Certificate in Plumbing. Six is the National Certificate in Machine Fitting. Number 7 is National Certificate in Welding. Number 8 is National Certificate in Woodwork Technology. And number 9 is National Certificate in Painting and Decoration. Then others are on short course. As I've mentioned, all the 9 have got short courses in their various dockets, which we give to those ones. Someone might be a graduate. Now, like Brother Kirabo, I believe you're a graduate. For you might come and say that really, according to how I'm seeing the world moving, I feel I should have at least a skill in automotive mechanics, because you have a car and you have suffered with many mechanics along the road. So you say, no, I need to come and obtain a skill. For us as Lugogo, we will come you, we train you for 4 months. And at the end of that 4 months training, DIT is there to certify you. Yes, because for
that
us,
is Directorate of Industrial Training.
Directorate of Industrial Training. For us, what we believe in as Lugogo, you are never an expert without what satisfies that you did a training.
Very true.
And currently in Uganda, we have a single assessment body that deals with technical and vocational board, which is UVTAB. UVTAB is Uganda Vocational Technical Assessment Board. This one has just come into existence after merging DIT, that is Directorate of Industrial Training, together with Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, UBTEB. So we have now come up with a single assessment body that is meant to carry out assessments in line with technical vocational education and training. It assesses formal and informal. Formal are those ones who have joined technical from primary 7 at junior level, senior 4 at national certificate level, senior 6 who join Uganda Technical Colleges for diploma programs. Then we are having a vocational university that is coming up soon that will be joined by those ones either from senior 6 direct or from those ones who have come from Uganda Technical Colleges who have done diploma courses and are willing to join technical at bachelor's degree level. So UVTAB is ready to carry out all the assessments and certifications in line with Uganda Vocational Education and Training. And Lugogo Vocational Training, as I earlier mentioned, in those various 9 courses, is ready to give you a skill. Come, we have all the required experts to avail your student, your child with the necessary skill that will see them through in the near future as we move Uganda forward. Thank you.
Very interesting there. No one should be left behind. It is up to you to make that decision to have an extra skill or to go and ensure that what you have is better polished, you're examined, and you get that certificate.
True.
Like Payson talked about, so that there's something to prove that you've undergone training. Let's go for a very short break. We'll return shortly. Keep it with us.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Looking for instant excitement? The Uganda National Lottery Spin for Cash game is now available online. Wherever you are, you can join the excitement for just 500, 1,000 and 2,000 Uganda shillings. Don't miss out. Register now on www.nationallottery.go.ug for a chance to win your share of 2 billion instantly. What are you waiting for? Play Spin for Cash now, anytime, anywhere. Ituba is the proud operator of the Uganda National Lottery.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you for keeping it with us on UBC TV. Still looking at vocational training in Uganda. That is technical and vocational training in Uganda. And with me, I have guests from Rugogo Vocational Training Institute. Now, this is where skills are impacted into you to have those additional skills, or to have them as your major area of focus. We've just discussed the courses or the disciplines offered therein, and of course so much if you've been following from the start. But in case you've just joined, you're not very late. It is all about vocational and technical training in this country. I have Patrick and Payson here with me from the Lugogo Institute of Vocational Training. Now, Patrick,
Yes, please.
coming to you, let's look at the issue of mindset change. I want to tell you today, many people, if you talk about going to technical, if you told a parent that they have sat senior 6, let them go for technical, or senior 4, let them go for technical. The first thing, this person may look at you and never understand if you wish good for their children. And I know there are parents watching us and they're like, but Robert, sincerely, why didn't you go for technical? Yes, it would have been cheaper maybe. So how do we handle mindset change? What is your advice to that pupil, to that student, to that parent?
Yeah, thank you so much, Robert. I want to first of all appreciate the government for right now we are seeing a very drastic change in our recruitment processes. Because as we talk now, I have been in the system now for over 15 years, training people on government. But before that one, I trained people on private aspect for 10 years. So my skill and then what I've been seeing in the education system, especially on technical, for the last 20 years, it has drastically changed. And this one here is coming on board because right now even the parents are trying to see that really what people were telling us, it is not true. You know, I am a teacher by profession. And we studied what was called the education commissions that was placed in Uganda for sometimes back from 1925, what we used to call the Feldstock Commission. But what really tried to make this mindset of saying technical is for people who are uninformed, people who are academically dwarf,
Poor performers. You fail, you go for technical.
That
Money
one
is
came
not
on
around,
board.
you go for technical.
It came on board in 1963. 1963, the government then made what was called the Coastal Education Commission. And it was headed and under the chairmanship of a person who was called E.B. Coastal. And in his recommendations that he made, one of them by that time, because 1963, Uganda was a year old, and many offices were left vacant. So in one of the recommendations that the E.B. Coastal gave in his report was that to catch up with the offices that has been left by the colonialists. Let's have people to be trained faster so that they can take offices that has been left by the British. Now, in one of the recommendations, he said, people who are bright, let them go and then study even up to senior 4 so that they can go for clerical works. They can go and take offices that were vacant. And that one automatically made some people to think that if somebody goes and studied along that line, and then automatically now people who are not so much okay are supposed now to go and do the technical aspect. That was a misinterpretation. I know if one time would be there, we would come and talk about this recommendation one by one, so that Ugandans and everybody can come to understand some of this aspect where the myth came from. But if I'm to ask you, Robert, every time and every work that we do, assume you have taken your car to the mechanic. Can you take your car that is part of your life to a mediocre? Can you hand your life to a driver taking you up to Mbarara, to somebody who is not bright? And then automatically that one will make you automatically to have an issue. So gone are the days, even right now, for us in the technical aspect as we go, for us we are problem solvers. Robert, you are not going to call me at your home that let's come and take tea. You will call me, my power, electricity is off. You will tell me my sewers is not working. You will bring your car to the garage when it is not in good shape. And I don't think, for us in the technical field, we are problem solvers. And I appear in a point, you come to me to solve an issue. So people who solve problems, they are not those ones who do not know what they are doing. So right now as we talk, we have been going to very many schools. As somebody in charge of the academics in the institution, we have moved to many institutions, secondary schools, primary schools. Even last week, we had people who have come from some international schools to come and see what is this taking place in the institution. And somebody would come up, before the senior 4 and senior 6 results came, we had already put on board those ones who intend to do engineering. Come so that we put you on board. And over the holidays for us, we did not close the school. We were having people who have finished senior 4 and people who have finished senior 6 who intend to go and do engineering. And we gave them in the interest of what they feel. If somebody wants to do mechanical, we combine you machining, automotive, and welding. We give you that. If you want to go and do civil, we give you plumbing, we give you woodwork, we give you painting, and we give you building construction. And all these things we have been doing it. I'm telling you, the change of the mind has drastically changed. Me, myself, I started from senior 4. And I'm telling you, anything, that aspect, anything inside this house, I can be in position to handle. And that is exactly right now as I talk, I am going to put my own child, is going to do air conditioning and refrigeration. He's sitting senior 4. I've already told him. And all this one I'm telling him because I want him to come and work in the national medical stores. And after I've given him all this skill, from certificate to diploma to bachelor's, you can't manage this person. And I implore even you, give us one of your child. And you are going to see what we are going to do to this boy or to this girl. And within a period of, because like for him, I'm going to give him 2 years. After 2 years, this person goes for another 2 years diploma. Then after 2 years, you go for 4 years, your degree. What we handle after you're finished senior 4, you are coming to meet the mathematics that is taught in A level. I have got young boys from here who have gone to diploma and they got first class degree and diplomas. Because there's nothing new. You are coming to talk about anything, whether it is mathematics, whether anything you are speaking about, this is a person who knows exactly what it is. So I am telling Ugandans, the way forward for us to attain, we need to go and give what is called, in fact, any aspect of our system. We need industrialization-based economy.
Industrialization-based economy, Patrick, I'll just keep it at that. Well, that is what we need, vocational training. But now I come to Payson here. Payson, when we talk about this, how affordable? Because one of the things that has become really very expensive, truth be told, in our country is education. Of course, many will say global education is expensive. If you think it's expensive, then try ignorance and see what is more expensive. But the fact is, these are things we must discuss.
True. Brother Chirabo, what you are speaking is very true. Education is expensive. But to me, it is not too expensive. Because, really, if you are looking at solving a problem, then you cannot decide to ignore it. I started by talking about the National Development Program, program number 3, which looks at boosting up the household income. Then the Uganda Vision 2040, which looks at transforming Uganda from a peasant country, that country which relies on farming, whereby even farming is not modernized, to a more modern one, where we are going to see Uganda relying on industries, and it is in position to produce. It is in position, if it is farming, it would be in position to practice farming on a large scale for home consumption and the surplus for export. Now, we cannot say that education is expensive. To me, it is not. Why? there is this modularized system which has been introduced by TVET through UBTEB. Modularized system looks at training a student a module after the other. For example, if I come today and I have money to handle a module for 4 months, I will train that module. After making it up, I can go first practice what I've trained, and after practicing, getting more money, I come add another module. Not until when I complete all the modules that are required to complete that specific program. For example, mechanics. A 2-year program has 4 modules. In 2 years, you are supposed to handle those 4 modules. In 1 year, you handle 2. Now, I sit from this very month. This is April. I train that module up to August. I sit for the exams, for the assessments. I call that module done. I can decide to put a break. I first go and work. Now, after working, I come and add on another module, which is supposed to go from August up to December. That one will be a year done. I go and work because I must be sincere that it is not that all the families have similar earnings or have similar financial statuses. Now, a man like me, Payson Mhanji speaking, I did junior. I was paying for myself from the very start, from primary 7. But how did I manage this? I could come, like I first came, I did junior, I put a halt. After putting a halt, I first maneuvered around in garages here and there. I came, did craft part 1 for 2 years. I did craft part 2 advanced. I had to put a break because I never had money to continue immediately for a diploma. But God is ever on our side. More so those ones who show interest, that you are willing and you have interest in something. God stood with me. I made it up. I did my diploma. Immediately after diploma level, the government, I think it was like, this man has struggled and he really loves what he does. It had to take me up. I was employed at diploma level. And to tell you the truth, currently, I'm earning some good monies. The good thing, President brought the sun scale. We are there enjoying. And what have I done as me, having gone through technical education, to encourage others? I've gone and preached the gospel of technical. Having come from Chirhura, Chirhura is a place which has looked at cattle keeping to be the only way to go.
Yes.
Now, what I did, I went, visited various homes. I've encouraged these young boys and girls, and as I speak right now, most of those young boys and girls have joined technical at various levels. Some have joined agriculture, some have joined electrical, some have joined mechanics, some have joined all those technical courses. Because they are seeing me, I've not become a public nuisance. So, I would wish to encourage my fellow technocrats, the ones in technical line, please go and become the game changers. You cannot say that someone who doesn't know what technical means is the one to go and preach the gospel about technical. No.
I can see Peyton getting very passionate there. And when he uses the word gospel of technical, but also his lifeline is really very exemplary. All the way from primary 7, gone through the ranks. You too can make it, no matter how things are moving on. Well, time is not so much on my side. I have to leave room for more programming, so I'll just be coming to you, Patrick, for your parting shot. A minute or 2 is enough.
Well, thank you so much, Robert. I want to appreciate UBC for giving us this chance. And as my brother was mentioning, with the aspect of technical training, you need only 1 term. And 1 term is enough for you to start surviving. When you come, just come in and get 1 skill. From 1 skill, you will build them up to any level you want. And please, don't castigate yourself and say, me, I am somebody who no. We can start. All of us have a story. And the story we have is for the betterment of this nation. Don't sit back. Start a journey and have a skill. You will have opportunity and have everything. We have reduced our fee structures. You come there, 700,000, will be enough for you. Come there, we shall give you that skill, 700,000.
Well, thank you so much, Patrick and Peyton. As we move out of here, your final message to Ugandans.
Wow. My final message to Ugandans, my brothers and sisters, please, let's come together, embrace technical education, because it is the only way to go. I talked about the plan number 3 of the country, the Vision 2040, but all those plans and visions cannot be achieved when we have not joined technical vocational education and training. You see, Singapore and Uganda, when you are to look at the history, in 1963, they were the same level. But currently, if you are to look at Singapore, because when Singapore started, it concentrated much on technology, and it specialized in software engineering. And right now, Singapore is very, very far, very, very far compared to the level where Uganda is. It is there because it has aimed and targeted technical, vocational education and training. So please, my fellow Ugandans, embrace the same. Lugogo Vocational is there to provide you with whatever you need. I know outside there, you're willing to know, how do I reach out to Lugogo? So these are the contacts. 0414.
To quicken it, do you have, let's go technology, a website that is more easier for someone to find you there?
You will
social media pages?
live stream www.rugogo.ac.ug. Please come on and we move together as we see Uganda to another level.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, and above all, thank you so much, our view, those that have been with us from 6:30. We do appreciate and coming to the extension of Good Morning Uganda, which is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Technical vocational education is not for the weak-minded, nor poor performers, nor those that do not have the resources to continue with our system of education. But it is a quick get to employment. It is a shortcut to self-employment and a better future in every situation. Have the best of your day. May the good Lord bless you. For God and my country, good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.